It's a strange thing, isn't it? How we get pulled into stories with no ending. A crime that never got solved. A person who just vanished. An ancient place that doesn't make any sense. We know we might never get the answer, and still, we can't look away. It's like something deep inside us just needs to know. But why? What is it about an unsolved mystery that hooks us so completely? Well, a big part of it is simple human curiosity. It's a powerful thing, this urge to know. Think about kids. They ask why constantly. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? It's how we learn. It's how we make sense of the world around us. And that drive doesn't go away when we grow up. It just changes targets. Instead of asking why the grass is green, we ask why that plane disappeared or who built those giant stones. Our brains are built to seek information. We crave new input. When something is presented as unknown, it triggers that ancient, fundamental desire to explore, to understand. It's like a puzzle left open on the table. We just have to try and put the pieces together. And that leads to another big reason our brains really like order. We like things to make sense. We like complete stories. An unsolved mystery is, by definition, an incomplete story. It's a story with a gaping hole in the middle, or at the end. Our minds struggle with that. It's uncomfortable. It's like hearing half a sentence and waiting for the rest, or seeing a picture with a big piece missing. We want to fill in the blanks. We need that sense of resolution. When a mystery remains unsolved, it leaves a kind of cognitive itch that we just can't scratch. It creates a tension in our minds, a lack of closure that bugs us. We're always looking for patterns. We're always trying to connect the dots, and when some dots are just gone, it feels wrong. It feels like a disruption to the natural order of things, to how we expect the world to work. We're also natural problem solvers. This goes back to our survival. Early humans needed to solve problems to live. Where's the food? How do we build shelter? What's that strange noise in the dark? Our ancestors, who were good at solving problems, at figuring things out, they were the ones who survived and passed on their genes. So, we've inherited this strong instinct. An unsolved mystery is basically a giant puzzle. It challenges us, it presents a problem with no obvious solution, and our brains, with all their problem-solving hardware, light up at the challenge. We start looking for clues, we try to think like a detective, we try to piece together the evidence, even if we're just reading about it from our couch. It gives our minds something concrete to work on. It's engaging, it feels productive, even when it's just mental exercise. We like to test our own intelligence, our own ability to reason, and a good mystery offers that test. Then there's the power of imagination. When we don't have all the facts, our minds jump in to fill the gaps. This is where theories start. This is where speculation happens. Was it aliens? Was it a ghost? Was it a secret government experiment? Our minds are incredible story-generating machines. And when a mystery gives us just enough information to get started, but not enough to finish, it leaves a wide-open space for us to create our own narratives. We build possible scenarios. We picture what might have happened. We invent motives and characters. But it's like a really compelling blank canvas, and because the mystery is unsolved, no one can tell us we're wrong. Our theories can live and grow. It's a way for us to participate in the story, to become a part of the investigation in our own heads. It's a creative outlet, in a way. It allows us to explore the limits of possibility, even if those possibilities are far-fetched. And let's not forget the thrill. There's something exciting about the unknown, something that can even be a little scary. But with an unsolved mystery, it's a safe kind of fear. We're not in danger ourselves. We're observing it from a distance. It lets us tap into that primal human response to the unknown, that sense of danger and wonder, without any real risk. It's like riding a roller coaster. We get the adrenaline rush, the feeling of being on the edge, but we know we're fundamentally safe. Mysteries, especially those involving crime or strange disappearances, touch on our deepest fears, the loss of control, the randomness of fate, the evil that people can do. By engaging with these stories, we can process those fears in a controlled environment. We can confront the darkness from a safe distance, and sometimes that's just a plain old thrilling experience. It's stimulating, it breaks up the mundane, it gives us something to talk about that feels significant, even if it's just a puzzle. There's also a social element to it. We love to talk about these things, we share theories with friends. We discuss them on forums, we watch documentaries together. Unsolved mysteries provide common ground. They give us something to bond over. They let us feel like part of a collective effort to figure something out, even if that effort is just conversation. It's a shared intellectual and emotional experience. We get to hear other people's ideas, which can spark new thoughts in us. Yes, we get to debate, we get to speculate together. It strengthens our connections because we're sharing this sense of wonder or frustration or even fear. It makes us feel less alone in our curiosity, and sometimes it's just fun to gossip about the truly bizarre and unexplained. It brings people together, this shared obsession with the things that just don't add up. And it's about challenging our understanding of the world. Most of the time, we operate on certain assumptions. And we think we know how things work. We believe in cause and effect. We expect logic. But an unsolved mystery often defies all of that. It presents something that just doesn't fit into our neat categories. It pushes against the boundaries of what we think is possible. Was that really a UFO? Did that person really just vanish into thin air? These questions can be unsettling, but also strangely liberating. They force us to reconsider our rigid views. They open up the possibility that there's more to reality than we understand. It's a humbling experience to realize that the world is bigger and stranger than our everyday perception. It expands our minds, makes us question things we usually take for granted. It keeps us from becoming too comfortable in our own limited understanding. And that can be a very powerful, even awe-inspiring feeling. Sometimes the draw is more existential. Mysteries often touch on the big questions: life, death, meaning, purpose. A sudden disappearance makes us think about our own mortality, our own fragility. An ancient mystery makes us ponder our place in history, the vastness of time. These stories can serve as a kind of mirror, reflecting our own anxieties and hopes. They make us think about what it means to be human, what our ultimate fate might be. They're a way for us to wrestle with the unknowable aspects of our own existence, but through the lens of a specific story. They allow us to contemplate the profound without feeling too overwhelmed, because it's not directly about us here. It's about someone or something else. But the questions they raise linger. They speak to that part of us that wonders about the bigger picture, about the universe's secrets. From an evolutionary standpoint, this attraction to the unknown might also have served a purpose. Our ancestors needed to be curious about new environments, about strange sounds, about what lay beyond the next hill. Those who ignored the unknown were less likely to survive because they might miss a threat or an opportunity. So, a strong drive to investigate and understand the unknown was probably a good survival trait. It's about being vigilant. It's about being prepared. It's about learning what's out there. And while most modern mysteries don't pose an immediate physical threat to us, that underlying drive, that instinct to probe the edges of our knowledge, is still there. It's a deep-seated mechanism that continues to push us towards discovery, even when the discovery is just more questions. It's about trying to gain control over the things we can't control, or at least understand them. And sometimes it's just the inherent drama. Life can be pretty ordinary. Work, chores, the daily grind. Unsolved mysteries offer a splash of the extraordinary. They bring drama, intrigue, and sometimes terror into our lives without us having to actually live through them. They provide a narrative arc, even if that arc is incomplete. They give us characters, even if those characters are just theories. It's storytelling at its most compelling because the stakes feel real. It's not just fiction. It actually happened, or at least we believe it did. That adds a layer of weight and reality that fiction can't always match. It makes the story feel more important, more urgent. We invest more in it because it's tied to real events, real people, real places. It's a break from the predictable, a dive into the genuinely strange and unexplained. And so, when we look at it all together, our attraction to unsolved mysteries is a complex mix of deeply human traits. It's our fundamental curiosity, our need for order, our instinct to solve problems, and our powerful imaginations all working together. It's the thrill of the unknown and the comfort of shared experience. It's about challenging what we think we know and grappling with the big questions of life. It's even tied to our ancient survival instincts. We are drawn to them because they tap into so many different parts of our psychology. They engage our minds, stir our emotions, and challenge our beliefs. They remind us that the world is still full of wonder and strangeness, that there are still things we don't understand. And that, in itself, is a truly captivating thought. We may never get all the answers, but maybe in a way that's part of the enduring appeal. The journey of trying to understand, the endless speculation, the shared human experience of facing the unknown together, that might be the real reward. And that's why we'll keep coming back to those stories with no ending, time and time again. Because being human often means asking questions even when there are no easy answers.